Sir, we do have about 4 that are Spanish speaking. I was going to ask you if we can do those on the second speech for the second day. Most of them are on the second day.
Yeah, and we might as well leave them for the end.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Good morning, Judge. We are ready.
Yes, sir. All right. Good morning, everybody. I want you to make sure you can hear. I want to make sure that you can hear me. So if you can hear me, please raise your right hand. All right. Want you to keep them up. Keep them up. Do you swear any information you give the court this morning will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? If you swear the truth, please put your hands down. All right. My name is Judge Cooper. I'm the presiding magistrate today, the 13th day of December, for the purpose of conducting first appearance hearing. I want to take a minute to talk with you all because I think it's important that you understand what's going on. First, I'm not here to try your case or take a plea or do anything related to your case. You're here for the court to do 4 things. 1, to inform you of your rights. 2, if you qualify for bond, give you a bond. 3, qualify for an attorney, appoint an attorney to represent you. 4th, to tell you the charges against you. And finally, your next court date. So let's start with your rights. Standing before me this morning, you're an accused. That's all. You're not guilty of anything. And as an accused, you have the right to remain silent and say nothing. But should you give up this right, anything you say during this proceeding may be used against you if your case goes to trial. You have the right to the presumption of innocence until the state proves your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to an indictment by grand jury for most felonies or by accusation if charged with a misdemeanor. You have the right to a speedy and public trial by jury, the right to see, hear, and cross-examine witnesses who are called to testify against you. You also have the right to call witnesses to testify on your behalf. You yourself also have the right to testify in your own defense, but should you choose not to do so, no presumption of guilt may be raised. You have the right to have an attorney to represent you throughout all stages of this matter. And this morning, I'll be appointing everyone an attorney. By appointing you an attorney, either that attorney or someone from that attorney's office is to come and see you within 72 hours. That's the person whom you tell whatever. Because sitting as a judge, I'm not, I can't provide you any legal advice. Also, you have the right to hire your own counsel should you choose to do so. But this morning, we want to make sure that your rights are protected and at your earliest possibility, you have someone who can explain things to you in more detail. Now, let's talk about bonds. Some of you will be allowed to post an unrestricted bond for your release pending the prosecution of this case. Bond may be paid in cash, commercial, or property. I'll first discuss cash. If I say your bond is $3,000 and you have a family member or friend who has that amount of funds, they come and they post that funds with the sheriff. When your case is over with, that same person goes and get the full amount of their funds back. Understand, I might say your bond is $3,000, and when they go to post bond, they're told it's $3,200. There's certain fees that are imposed by the sheriff office, mandated by state, taxes, etc., that I'm not aware. I don't have access to that. So again, my goal this morning is to treat everybody on a level playing field and to advise you of what your basic bond is going to be. Now, if you do not have someone with that amount of cash, then you may use a bonding company approved by the sheriff. Bonding companies charge approximately 10 to 15% of the amount of your bond. So for a $3,000 bond, a bonding company may charge a family member $300 to $400. They pay the bonding company that amount of funds. The bonding company comes and pays your bond. The difference is the money that pays to the bonding company, no one gets that back. That is the bonding company's fee. Property. If you have someone with equity in property equal about 4 times the amount of your bond, they come and they leave their deed with the sheriff. When the case is over with, they go and get their deed back. That's how property bond works. Now, on all bond, there's a general condition that you will not violate any laws while out on bond. That's a condition on all bond. On other bonds, there may be certain conditions that prohibit you from contacting a certain person or going around a certain place. Understand that those are taken very seriously. You violate those special conditions, you will be subject to being rearrested, facing a new charge, and you'll not be allowed to make bond for the remainder of this process. Now, if your family member is named as a victim on the warrant, and there is a condition that that person is not to have any contact with you and you're not to have any contact with that person will not be allowed to post bond for you. Again, if your family member is named as a victim on the warrant and I impose a no contact provision, that person will not be allowed to make bond for you. If I say that you're to have no violent contact with the person, then they'll be able to make bond for you. But by making no violent contact, that's a condition I'm making that when you get out, you can have contact with the person, but you can't get into any pushing or shoving or anything of that nature. Now, there's going to be some times, well, let me put it this way. There's some conditions where I'm not authorized to grant you a bond, such as if you're currently on probation or parole. If you're on probation or parole, I'm not authorized to grant you a bond. And there's some offenses for which this court, as a magistrate court, is not authorized to grant you a bond. So again, if I tell you no bond, understand you're either on probation or parole, or this court is not authorized to grant you a bond. Now, if you're charged with a felony, your hearing is scheduled for January 22nd. If you make bond, that date will be canceled and you'll get your next court date later on in the mail. So if you make bond, your court date will be canceled and pushed down later on into next year. The court date for misdemeanors is January the 19th. Same principle apply. You make bond, that date gets canceled and you get a later court date. It may be, I don't know, June, July or something like that. Okay. However, if you're charged with a misdemeanor, you have something available to you. It's called waiving. Waiving is a decision you're making that you want your case sped up. If you choose to waive, it does not affect any of your rights. Everything qualifies and remains the same. It's a decision you're making that you want your case sped up. If you choose to waive, you'll have a court date within the next 10 to 15 days. So rather than waiting until the 19th of January, if you want to waive, speed it up in the next 15 days. Now, at this point, I'm going to release you back to the deputies. When you come up to the podium, shout off with your name so I can hear you. And I'll have an individual discussion with you at that time as to what your charges are and your next court date. Thank you much for your attention.
Kyra Brooks.
Good morning, ma'am. What is your name, please? All right, Ms. Brooks, Kyra Brooks. All right, Ms. Brooks, it's alleged that you committed the offense of theft by receiving stolen property, as well as possessed a firearm by one who's been previously convicted. Ms. Brooks, I'm not authorized to grant you a bond this morning because it shows you're currently on probation. Ms. Brooks, again, I've appointed counsel to assist you. Your court date, Ms. Brooks, is going to be on January 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 22nd, 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. Thank you, Ms. Brooks.
Step back into the cell, step up there.
All right, what's your name, ma'am?
Celia Campbell.
All right, Ms. Campbell, it's alleged that you committed the offense of hit and run and following too closely. Your bond this morning, ma'am, is $3,500. Will you be able to make bond, ma'am?
Yes, sir. I'm trying. Can I get a signature bond, sir?
Ms. Campbell, you need to just listen and follow me. If you can make a you can get a signature bond, I will let you know if you can, okay? Now, all right, Ms. Campbell, you said you will be able to make bond. Again, I've appointed counsel to assist you. Let me address your question this way. No, Ms. Campbell, you're not authorized to, I'm not authorized to give you a signature bond this morning. Now, the question I need to know from you is whether or not you want to waive or you just want to try to keep the same court date and make bond.
I'm gonna try to make bond, sir.
Okay, all right, so the court date of the 19th will be, if you make bond, that day will be canceled and you get your next court date in the mail. Thank you, Ms. Campbell. What's your name, please?
Asia Fannin.
Okay, Ms. Fannin. It is alleged that you committed the offense of theft by taking. The bond is $5,000. Will you be able to make bond, Ms. Fannin?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Ms. Fannin, again, I've appointed counsel to assist you. Your court date, Ms. Fannin, is January 22nd, 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 22nd, 8 a.m. courtroom 201. And again, your bond is $5,000.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name, please?
Victoria Harris.
All righty, Victoria Harris. It is alleged that you committed the offense of possession of marijuana 1 ounce or less, 1 count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act, and 1 count of loitering or prowling. Your bond this morning, ma'am, will be $10,000. Will you be able to make bond, ma'am? Okay. Your court date, of course, ma'am, is January 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 22nd, 8 a.m. courtroom 201. Thank you, Ms. Harris.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, ma'am. What's your name, please? I did not hear that very clearly.
Jenkins.
Tamika Jenkins. All right, Ms. Tamika Jenkins. Ms. Jenkins, it's alleged that you committed the offense of theft by deception. Your bond this morning, Ms. Jenkins, is $5,000. Will you be able to make bond, Ms. Jenkins? All right, Ms. Jenkins, your court date is January 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. And again, if you make bond, that day will be canceled and you get your next court date in the mail. Thank you, ma'am. Your name, please?
Tia Johnson.
Good morning, Ms. Johnson. Ms. Johnson, it's alleged that you obstructed an officer. The bond is $2,000. Will you be able to make bond, ma'am? Yes? No? Okay. All righty. Now, Ms. Johnson, again, you have the option of waiving or not waiving. Waiving is a decision you make that you want to speed it up. Again, if you choose to waive, it does not affect any of your rights. You just have a next court date within about the next 10 days. What is your decision, ma'am? Say again?
Yeah, I want to waive, but I had to ask a question.
Okay, all right. You like to waive?
Yes, sir.
All right, and you still need to ask the question? What is the question, ma'am? Speak as loudly as you can.
You said obstruction of an officer, but he made it clear that he put up there that I never touched him.
Okay, that's fine. I've appointed you an attorney. You tell it to your attorney, and your attorney can assist you with that matter. Okay, ma'am? So you would like to waive. Thank you, ma'am.
Let's read it, sir.
All right, give me 1 second. All right, let me have your name again, please. Ms. Nugent. Ms. Nugent, it is alleged that one count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act. The bond is $8,000. Will you be able to make bond, Ms. Nugent?
No, sir.
All right, Ms. Nugent, your next court date, Ms. Nugent, is going to be on the 22nd of January at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 22nd, 8 a.m., courtroom 201. Thank you, Ms. Nugent. Nichols is next. Well, I don't know. Never know. Good morning, ma'am. What's your name, please? Lakeithia Pinckney. Okay, Ms. Pinckney, it is alleged that you committed the offense of battery. The bond is $3,000. Will you be able to make bond, Ms. Pinckney?
Yes, I can try to make bond.
Understand. Now, Ms. Pinckney, you understand if you make bond, the court date of the 19th of January will be canceled. You also have the option of speeding it up. So you just want to make bond?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make bond first.
Okay, now, let me let you know. Okay, that's fine. Now, Ms. Pinckney, there's a condition of making bond. There's a condition on your bond. Until this matter is over with, you need to stay away from Mr. Marcus Craig, okay, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, all right, no problem. That's all, Ms. Pinckney. Thank you very much. Hey, Ms. Pinckney,
Yes, sir.
I did tell you your court date, right?
January 19th.
January 19th. Yes, ma'am.
It's gonna be pushed further back.
Correct. You're good. You understood. All right, January 19th. Thank you, ma'am. Good morning. What is your name, ma'am? Okay, Ms. Shanika Robbins, it's alleged that you followed too closely as well as driving while unlicensed. Your bond this morning, ma'am, is $1,500. Will you be able to make bond, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, ma'am. Again, court date is scheduled for the 19th of January. If you make bond, that day will be canceled and you get your next court date in the mail. Also have to let you know that you have an option of waiving if you want to speed it up. You just want to wait and make bond, or do you want to speed it up?
Make bond.
You just want to make bond?
I want to make my bond.
All right, ma'am. Thank you very much. Nothing further. $201. Your name, ma'am?
Nine Rogers.
One more time.
Nine Rogers.
Okay, Ms. Rogers. Okay. Ms. Rogers, it is alleged you committed the offense of simple battery. The bond is normally $2,000. However, I'm going to allow you to sign yourself out on an OR bond. The condition, ma'am, there's a condition of your bond that you're not having any violent contact with Mr. Reginald Burnett. Okay, you can be around him, but there's no violent contact, okay? Your next court date, ma'am, is going to be January 19th at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 19th, 8 a.m., courtroom 201. Thanks, ma'am.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
I must didn't say the bun.
It's,
You get to sign yourself out, ma'am.
Thank you.
Mhm. Your name, ma'am?
Lakeisha Thomas.
Okay, Keisha Thomas.
That's
Okay,
that.
that's the fugitive. I can run it. That's fine. That's fine. Hey, Miss Thomas, I'm going to talk with you a little differently than everybody else here. In that it is different in that your case, you don't have a case here in Georgia or the county of Clayton. It is alleged that you're wanted out of the state of Texas. Now, I'm going to try to give you the short version. If you don't understand the short version, then there's a 3-page version I can break down to you. Here we go. You have an option of challenging or waiving extradition. If you choose to challenge extradition, you can challenge it on these grounds. 1, whether you are in fact Miss Nakisha Denise Thomas. So that's whether they have the right person. 2, whether the paperwork is in order. 3, whether what you're charged with in the state of Texas is actually an offense. And based upon those 3 things, whether 4, you are in fact a fugitive. If you choose to challenge extradition, you will stay with us for an initial period of 30 days. For the folks at the law enforcement agencies at the state level, to make sure that those 3 things are correct. If they don't have it together within 30 days, you can stay with us for an additional period of 60 days. If after 90 days, stay focused with me, if after 90 days they don't have it together, then you'll be released. That's challenging extradition. You may also choose to waive extradition. If you choose to waive extradition, they'll be notified that you're here and they would have a reasonable amount of time to come and get you. Sometimes folks says, well, what number of days? I can't tell you or guarantee you a number of days. I will tell you that it will be less than 30. If they don't come and get you within that time frame, you'll be released. Ms. Thomas, do you understand the difference between challenging extradition and waiving extradition? Ms. Thomas, what is your decision? Do you want to challenge or do you want to waive? Okay, the deputy there will have some paperwork for you to fill out. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Good morning. You said Cortisha Williams? Okay, Nia Haynes. Got it. All right, Ms. Haynes, it's alleged that you engaged in the reckless conduct. The bond this morning, ma'am, will be $4,000. Will you be able to make bond, ma'am?
Yes.
Now, Ms. Haynes, your if you make bond, the court date of January 19th would be canceled, and you get it, and then you'll get a new court date for later in the year. You also have the option of waiving and speeding it up. What is your decision? Do you want to waive and speed it up, or you just want to leave it for the 19th and try to make bond?
I want to make bun.
Now, okay, all righty. The court date is set for the 19th. If you make bond, that day will be canceled, and you get your next court date in the mail. Thank you, ma'am.
How you doing?
I am well. What's your name, please?
Cortesia Williams.
Okay, Ms. Williams. Ms. Williams, it's alleged you committed the offense of simple battery. The bond in those matters is $2,000. However, I'm going to allow you to sign yourself out today, ma'am. There's a condition of your bond, and you have to have no violent contact with Mr. Lawrence Duque. I'm not sure how they pronounce his name. Okay, you can be around him, just no pushing, shoving, or anything of that nature. Okay, ma'am. Your next court date will be January the 19th at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 19th, 8 a.m., courtroom 201. Thank you, Ms. Williams.
Does she need to sign a waiver, Judge?
No waivers.
Okay.
He's straight OR out.
Good morning.
Your name-
Hi, Williams.
Okay, Akai Williams. All right, ma'am, you're alleged to have committed the offense of theft by conversion. Your bond this morning is $5,000. Will you be able to make bond, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right, and Ms. Williams, if you make bond, of course, the court date is scheduled for the 22nd of January at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. But if you make bond, that day will be canceled and you get your next court date in the mail. And of course, I've appointed counsel to assist you. Thank you, Ms. Williams. Your name, please.
Bobby K. Baker.
One more time.
Last name is Baker. First name is Abike, A-B-E-K.
Okay, got it. All righty. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, we're starting on the second day, Your Honor, for just the females.
I caught up. Yes, sir. All righty. Ms. Baker is alleged you committed the offense of DUI, less safe, as well as an open container violation. The bond is $2,500. Will you be able to make bond, Ms. Baker?
I have a question though about bond.
Miss, yes or no first? At least answer my question first. Give me that respect.
I did, yes.
All right, now go ahead and ask me a question.
Can I bond myself out with my own credit card?
The sheriff and them will have to deal with that. I don't know how they run their program down there, but I'm sure if you have enough money, then can make it happen. But I don't know the answer to that question. Let me stand with that.
You said I can ask who? The chancellor?
Sheriff, those folks down there.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so now let me and you continue. All righty. So I guess your intention is to make bond as quickly as you can. Is that it?
Yes.
All righty, because you know if you make bond, the next court date of January the 19th is going to be canceled, and you get your next court date in the mail, correct?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. That's all.
Where you going? Oh, you just gonna shake hands?
Oh, yeah, you go.
Hello, ma'am. What's your name, please? What's your last name, please, ma'am?
Christian?
Okay.
I'm
All right, Miss Christian. It is alleged you committed the offense of the use of fighting words. The bond is $1,500. I'm going to allow you to sign yourself out on an OR bond this morning, Miss Christian. Your next court date will be on the 19th of January at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. And again, I've appointed counsel to assist you. Thank you, Miss Christian. What's your name, ma'am? Ms. Finley, it is alleged you committed the offense of terroristic threats. The bond is $4,000. Will you be able to make bond, Ms. Finley?
Sure.
Okay. Ms. Finley, when you do make bond, you just hear from Ms. Harris, or is that a Mr. Harris? They didn't say if it's a male or female.
I mean, it's a female.
Okay, got it. I can't go around them, can't contact them. Again, you're one of the, you heard me talk about if you violate this, you'll have a new charge and you'll not be allowed to make any bond. All righty, you did say you're going to try to make bond.
I'm gonna make bond today.
All righty, ma'am. Well, you'll get your next court date in the mail. But again, the court date is January 19th of 2021. When you make bond, that day will be canceled and you get your next court date in the mail. Thank you, Ms. Finley.
Hello,
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Monica Jones.
Monica Jones. Give me 1 second, Miss Monica Jones. Miss Monica Jones, it's alleged you committed the offense of identity fraud. The bond is $6,000. Will you be able to make bond, Miss Jones? All right, Miss Jones, your court date is going to be January 22nd. And again, if you make bond, that day will be canceled and you get your next court date in the mail. And I've appointed counsel to assist you. Thank you, Miss Jones.
Ashley Purdy.
All right, Ms. Purdy, it is alleged you committed the offense of possession of marijuana 1 ounce or less. I'm going to allow you to sign yourself out on an OR bond. Your next court date will be the 19th of January at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. And again, I've appointed counsel to assist you. Thank you, ma'am.
My
Your
name
name- Good morning. What's your name, please?
is Leah Sims.
All right, Ms. Sims. It's alleged you committed the offense of simple battery. The bond is $2,000. Will you be able to make bond, ma'am? All righty. When you make bond, let me check something here. Okay, yeah. All righty. When you make bond, I'm gonna allow you to go back home. Okay. A lot of times when there's battery charges, one of my options is to bar you from the home, but I don't think you like that. But when you get back home, you'll have no violent contact with Miss Austin, your mom. All right. Just listen. Okay, ma'am. Again, the bond is $2,000. If you make bond, that day will be canceled, and you'll get your next court date in the mail. You also have the option of waiving, which is to speed it up. If you waive to speed it up and you can make bond, you can still do it all. Do you want to waive, or you just want to make bond? And what do you want to do? All righty, got it. So the court date is the 19th of January at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. Make bond, that day gets canceled, and you get your next court date in the mail. Thank you, ma'am. Good morning. Your last name, please?
Burley.
All right, Ms. Sperling, it's alleged that you, one count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act. The bond this morning, ma'am, is $6,000. Will you be able to make bond, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. When you make bond, of course, your next court date is January 22nd. If you make bond, that date will be canceled, and you get your next court date in the mail. Thank you, ma'am.
Give me your name.
Brianna Bravo.
Ms. Bramble, it is alleged that you committed the offense of possession of a weapon during a crime, as well as possession of marijuana 1 ounce or less. Your bond this morning, ma'am, is $4,500. Will you be able to make bond, ma'am?
Yes.
All righty, ma'am. Your court date, of course, is set for January the 19th. And if you make bond, that day will be canceled. Again, you also have the option of waiving or speeding it up. You want to waive and speed it up, or do you just want to make bond? All righty, ma'am. Thank you very much. Your name, please?
Tia Lee.
One more time.
Latia Lee.
Lee. Okay, Miss Lee. Yes, ma'am. Miss Lee, it's alleged you drove on a suspended license. I'm going to allow you to sign yourself out today, ma'am. Next court date is January the 19th at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 19th, 8 a.m. courtroom 201. Thank you, Miss Lee.
Morning.
Did you have a bond for Ms. Lee?
Yes, OR. Oh, OR and 1500. But it's
Okay.
going to be an OR.
Gotcha. Ms. Hatchett, step up to the podium, say your name.
Terry Hatchett.
Okay, Ms. Hatchett. Ms. Hatchett, it's alleged that you committed the offense of theft by shoplifting. The bond is $2,000. Will you be able to make bond, Ms. Hatchett?
Mom can pay it off.
I did not understand. Is that a yes or no, ma'am?
I personally can't, but my mother can pay the entire bond.
Got it. So you're going to handle it. All right, no problem. Now, if you make bond, Ms. Hatchett, the court date of January the 19th of 2021 will be canceled, and you get your next court date in the mail. Again, you also have the option of waiving and speeding it up. So you just want to make bond. That's it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. And have a good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What is your name, please? Miss Walford. it is alleged you committed the offense of battery. The bond is $2,000. However, I'm going to allow you to sign yourself out on an OR bond. There is a condition of that bond, special condition, that you would have no violent contact with Monica Walker, okay? Now, your next court date is the 19th of January at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. All right, you good? You understand?
What is my bond?
OR. I'm going to allow you to sign yourself out. Signature bond.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
That's all the females. All right.
All right, good enough. We'll start with the males from the 12th.
Good morning, Judge. I'm Quavion Booker.
Yes, sir. Give me a second, Mr. Booker. All right, Mr. Booker, it is alleged that you committed the following offenses: one count of battery, family violence, and one count of cruelty to children. The bond this morning, Mr. Booker, is $9,000. Will you be able to make bond, Mr. Booker?
Yes, I will be able to.
All right, Mr. Booker, there's a condition of your bond that you stay away from Miss Quelma Green. You'd have no contact with her.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Booker, your court date is scheduled for January 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 22nd, 8 a.m., courtroom 201. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, not ready yet.
All righty, sir. I'm sorry. Tell me your name, please.
Aaron Bostic.
Mr. Bostic, good morning. It's alleged you committed the offense of theft by shoplifting. The bond is $2,000. Will you be able to make bond, Mr. Bostic?
Okay, sir.
All right, Mr. Bostic, you're charged with a misdemeanor, so you have the option of waiving and speeding it up. Do you want to waive and speed it up so you will have it court date within about the next 10 days, or do you just want to try to make bond?
I can make bond, sir.
All right, Mr. Bostic. Now, the court date of the 19th of January, if you make bond, that day will be canceled and you get your next court date in the mail. Thank you, Mr. Bostic.
Once the person comes, leave from the podium, step up. Step up.
Just open the doors right there.
What's your last name, sir?
Hernandez.
Hernandez?
Burnett.
Burnett. Okay. All right, Mr. Reginald Burnett. Mr. Reginald Burnett is alleged you committed the offense of simple battery as well as criminal trespass. Your bond this morning, sir, is $4,000 for both offenses combined total. Will you be able to make bond, Mr. Burnett?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Burnett, when you do make bond, you'd have no violent contact with Miss Rogers, okay? You can be around her, whatever, just no violent contact, okay, sir?
One question, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
The house that we live in is my house, so how do we handle that?
Well, I'm telling you that you can go home just if, things are getting heated, take a hike, take a walk. No pushing, shoving. I mean, I'm giving you a Christmas gift.
I'll take it.
All right. No violent contact, no violence in the home, okay? Now, again, the court date is, of course, the 19th of January, okay? But if you make bond, that day will be canceled, and you get your next court date in the mail. All right, sir?
Sir.
Enjoy the holidays, sir. All the best to you.
Go next out there. Step on the blue line.
Last name, please.
Colebrook, sir.
Mr. Colebrook, it's alleged you possess marijuana 1 ounce or less, as well as use or possession of drug-related objects. The bond this morning, sir, is $2,500. Will you be able to make bond, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Colebrook, if you make bond, that court date of January the 19th, okay, will be canceled and you get your next court date in the mail. Any questions, sir?
What was the bond again for both charges?
$2,500.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good one now. Bye.
Yeah. Find a circle facing wall, sir.
Last name, please.
Burnett.
One more time.
It's Cameron Burnett, the other fugitive of justice.
Okay, I don't have his up here in front of me. Give me 1 second. And he's on the 12th?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. He is on the 13th. We can hold him.
Please do. I don't have that set of files in front of me. I don't want to get him that mixed up. Thank you, sir.
Clear, sir.
Last name, please.
Oh,
All right, Mr. Corey Coley. Sir, it's alleged you committed the following offenses: theft by receiving stolen property, possession of marijuana 1 ounce or less, having no tail light, and no license. Sir, your bond this morning is $11,000. Will you be able to make bond, sir?
sir.
All right. Of course, your court date, sir, is scheduled for the 22nd of January at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 22nd, 8 a.m., 201. And I've appointed counsel to assist you. All right, sir?
You said what the bond is again?
$11,000.
Back up, you find a circle, and stay on the circle.
Thank you, sir.
You find the next circle, and back up.
Find a
Put your left shoulder on the wall and your hands behind your back.
Last name.
Cruz, Johnny Cruz.
All right, sir. Your bond, it is alleged you did committed the following offenses: driving above the speed limit, attempting to flee or elude police, failure to maintain insurance, and hit and run following an accident. Your bond this morning, sir, is $7,500. Will you be able to make bond, sir? All righty. All right, your court date, Mr. Cruz, is scheduled for the 22nd of January at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. And again, sir, if you make bond, that day will be canceled. Okay, sir? And you get your next court date in the mail. Thank you, sir.
Ask one question. So you said 75,
$7,500 for everything. Yes, sir.
said 19,
I'm sorry?
19. Hey,
Right. That's correct. No, January 22nd.
okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
One more question to ask you. Are
Yes,
those
sir.
are misdemeanors, right?
No, sir.
All of them are felonies?
No, sir. I'm sorry. All of them are misdemeanors. Yes. All of them are misdemeanors.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Good morning, sir. Your last name, please. All right. One more time.
Kenny, sir.
Kenny. Okay. Got it. Mr. Kamal Kenny. Sir, it's alleged you committed the offense of criminal trespass. The bond is $2,000. Will you be able to make bond, sir?
Yes, sir.
All righty, sir. The offense for which you're charged with a misdemeanor. So the court date is the 19th of January. If and when you post bond, that day will get canceled and you get your next court date in the mail. Any questions, Mr. Kenny?
My court date was when?
January the 19th. But again, if you make bond, Mr. Kenny, that day will be canceled and you get your next court date in the mail.
I can't do a signature bond?
No, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor, sir.
Good morning. What's your last name, please?
Sir. Owens.
Owens. All right, James Owens.
Sir.
All right, Mr. Owens, it's alleged that, hang on, let me check something. Okay, got it. It's alleged you possess marijuana 1 ounce or less, and you also possess firearm by one who's been previously convicted. Your bond, sir, is $11,500. Will you be able to make bond this morning, Mr. Owens?
Sir.
All righty. Mr. Owens, the court date for that matter is January 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 22nd, 8 a.m., courtroom 201. But again, if you make bond, that day will be canceled and you get your next court date in the mail. Thank you, sir.
11,500, sir.
Correct.
Step this way. Put the pen down. Put your mask up over your nose.
morning, sir.
Step in there and stand on square.
Sir, last name, please.
Price, Monte Price.
Monte Price. Give me 1 second. Let me get to it. All right, Mr. Monte Arnez Price. Sir, it's alleged you committed the following offenses: battery, family violence, possession of marijuana 1 ounce or less, and making an improper U-turn. The bond, sir, is $5,000. Will you be able to make bond, sir?
Yes, sir.
All righty, sir, there's one condition of your bond, that you, to have no violent contact with Miss Terrell. I can't pronounce that first name. All right.
That's my
Now,
sister.
okay, I know who she is. I just can't pronounce her first name. That's why I'm letting you go back to the house. Just can't have no violence, okay? Now, your court date is the 19th of January at 8 a.m. in 201. When you post bond, that day will be canceled and you get your next court date in the mail. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Enjoy your rest of your day.
Violent. Good morning, sir. Your last name, please.
Rains,
All
R-A-I.
right. Got it, Mr. Raines. Mr. Raines, it is alleged that you possessed drug-related objects as well as 1 count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Your bond this morning, sir, is $9,000. Will you be able to make bond, Mr. Raines?
Sir,
All right, Mr. Raines, the court date schedule is January 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. Again, January 22nd, 8 a.m. courtroom 201. When you make bond, if you make bond, that you'll get your next court date in the mail. All right, sir? Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, same thing. Circle, fake ball.
Last name, please.
Rawls.
All right, Mr. Rawls. Sir, it's alleged you possess drug-related objects as well as 1 count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Your bond this morning, Mr. Rawls, is $9,000. Will you be able to make bond, sir?
Sir.
All right, Mr. Rawls, the court date is scheduled for January 22nd. But if you make bond, that day will be canceled and you get your next court date in the mail. Thank you, sir.
did he do a waiver, Your Honor?
No, it's a felony.
Okay.
And again, I mean, please, unless you hear me say waiver, I would rather that's the only ones you fill out.
Yeah, I had some background noise. I couldn't hear what you.
Okay, gotcha. All righty, give me 1 second. All righty. All right, sir, your name, please. All right, Mr. Roan. It's alleged you committed the following offenses: theft by receiving stolen property, possession of firearm by one who's been previously convicted, as well as possession of marijuana 1 ounce or less. Now, Mr. Roan, I'm not authorized to grant you a bond this morning because it shows you're currently on probation. Mr. Roan, your next court date will be January 22nd, 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 22nd, 8 a.m. courtroom 201. Thank you. Last name, please. All right, Mr. Ruffin. It is alleged you committed the following offenses, sir: possession of marijuana 1 ounce or less, 1 count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act, possession of a firearm by one who's been previously convicted, obstruction of an officer, possessing a weapon during the commission of a crime, 1 count of tampering with evidence, and 1 count of loitering or prowling. Your bond this morning, sir, is $44,500. Will you be able to make bond, sir?
How much is it? I'm sorry.
$44,500.
Thank you so much.
All righty, your next court date, sir, will be January 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 22nd, 8 a.m., 201. Thank you, sir.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. What's your name, please?
Spinks.
Mr. Spinks, it's alleged you possess marijuana 1 ounce or less, as well as possession of drug-related objects. Your bond this morning, Mr. Spinks, is $2,500. Will you be able to make bond, Mr. Spinks?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, Mr. Spinks, your court date is scheduled for the 19th of January at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. But if you make bond, Mr. Spinks, that day will be canceled and you get your next court date in the mail. Also need to inform you, Mr. Spinks, you do have the option of waiving if you want to speed up. Or you just want to wait to make bond, sir?
Just want to wait to make bond.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Spinks. Thank you. Last name, sir? Turner? All right. Mr. Turner, it's alleged that there's 2 counts of obstruction of an officer. Your bond this morning is $4,000. Will you be able to make bond, Mr. Turner? All right, Mr. Turner, your court date for misdemeanors is the 19th of January at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. If you make bond, Mr. Turner, that day will get canceled and you get your next court date in the mail. Thank you, sir. Hey, before you start with the 13th, I want to make sure we have everybody on the 12th. So I have some names I'd like to go over with you when you get a minute, Deputy Laws.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
All right. Alphabetically, let's start with Eugene Broughton.
Yes, sir. We have him.
Okay. I don't think I saw him.
I'll bring him to the phone.
All right. Hold on. Let me go over some more. Errol Price.
We got no female?
Let me do this. Errol Price is gonna be out on bond.
All righty. Got it. What about Jutoin Pinkney?
Pinky?
Say again?
Hold on, we're gonna bring him up, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. Bring everybody up, and when you're finished, let me know when you're finished. We can start with Mr. Eugene Broughton. Female Pinkney.
Bringing him in now.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, come over, sir. Step in front of the podium here. What's your name?
Email needs to go where that one is.
What are you looking for, Your Honor?
What I have left that I haven't seen yet. I haven't seen Eugene Broughton. I haven't seen Male Pinkney. And I have not seen a John Martin. All right, sir, your name, please. All right, Mr. Eugene. Yes, sir. Hold on. All right. Mr. Broughton, it's alleged you committed the offense of simple battery. The bond is $3,000. Will you be able to make bond, sir?
His name is Pinkney.
Ah, got it. Thank you. All right, you're Mr. Keontae Pinkney, right, sir? All right, Mr. Pinkney, it is alleged you committed the offense of aggravated assault. Your bond is $10,000. Will you be able to make bond, sir? Okay, understand. Now, Mr. Pinkney, you can't have any contact with Mr. Marcus Craig, all right, sir, until this matter is over with. Now, Mr. Pinkney, your court date is scheduled for January 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 22nd, 8 a.m., courtroom 201. Thank you, sir.
I got him. Come here.
All right, sir. And you said that that was Pinkney. You said you were Mr. Martin. John Martin is gonna be out to bond.
All righty.
Who else were we looking for?
There's a Broughton, Broughton.
He's coming up right now, Your Honor. Who else did you have after that?
A Michael Epps and a Joshua Faust.
Michael Epps is out to bond, and you said a Joshua Fox.
Faust. Faust.
Out to bond, Your Honor.
All righty, awesome. So after Eugene Broughton, that should be it for the 12th.
That's correct. So he's at the podium at this time.
All right, thank you. Mr. Broughton, good morning. Sir, it is alleged you committed the offense of simple battery. The bond is $3,000. Will you be to make bond, sir?
Going to the hospital. I didn't do it.
I understand. You're going to understand. It's at the house. All right, now, what is Amber's last name?
I don't know that lady, man. She come in the house acting like.
All right, okay. You don't know. I think it's Linwood. All right, I wasn't sure the spelling, so I'll try to do it. All right, but you know who she is, okay? So you don't have no violent contact with her, no violence. Now, your court date is the 19th of January. Now, if you make bond, that day will get canceled and you get a court date for later on in the year. And you heard me say earlier that I've appointed an attorney to represent you to make sure your rights are protected. That's whom you talk to, okay? All right, sir, that's all I have for you. Thank you. All right, give me about a minute to get everything for the 13th, and I'll be right back with you.
All right, step in there, when the door opens, find a circle and face the wall, right inside there. All right, step up to the podium. No. They're not going? Okay, so now. Oh, yeah. Have you been already? And right there, wait, you going there. They haven't been seen yet. No, they're on day 2. Yeah, well, you can't remember, right? Yeah, bro, you don't remember. I got F-16. No.
And Your Honor, also, we're gonna have those people that need an interpreter on this next group to hear the speech. Do you want to do them completely last and have the interpreter do it at the end? We can't hear you, Your Honor. So mute.
Okay, yes, let's do that, please.
I'm clear.
Let's do them completely last.
I got you, sir. We'll hold them to the end.
Thank you much.
Your Honor, we're ready.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? All righty. I need you to raise your right hand for me, please. Okay. Do you swear any information you give this court today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? If you so swear, put your hands down. If you swear to tell the truth, put your hands down. All right. I'm going to take a couple minutes to speak with you all so you'll understand the nature of what's taking place here today. First, I'm not here to, take a plea or do anything regarding to whatever may have happened with you and whoever out in the streets. I'm here to do 5 very specific things. Inform you of your rights. If you qualify for bond, give you a bond. Make sure I appoint an attorney to represent you. And finally, to tell you what the charges are against you and your next court date. Those 5 very specific things. Now, let's start with your rights. Standing before me this morning, you're an accused. And as an accused, you have the right to remain silent. But should you give up this right to remain silent, anything you say can and may be used against you if your case goes to trial. During this and all proceedings, you're presumed innocent until the state proves your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to an indictment by grand jury if you're charged with a felony, or by an accusation if you're charged with a misdemeanor. You have the right to a speedy and public trial by jury, the right to see, hear, and cross-examine witnesses who are called to testify against you. You also have the right to call witnesses on your own behalf. You yourself may also choose to testify in your own defense. But should you choose not to do so, there can be no presumption of guilt may be raised. Now let's talk to you about an attorney. You have the right to a counsel throughout all stages of this proceedings. And this morning, I'll be appointing an attorney to assist you. By appointing an attorney to assist you, either that attorney or someone from that attorney's office is to come and talk with you within the next 72 hours. There's the person to whom you explain, whatever you need to explain, because as a judge, I'm not authorized to give you any advice. You may also choose to hire your own counsel if you choose to. So again, just want to make sure your rights are protected this morning, but it is also your right to hire your own counsel. Let's talk about bond. Some of you will qualify for a bond, which may be posted using cash, commercial, or property bond. Start with cash bond. If I say your bond is $3,000 and you have someone with that amount of funds, they come and they post it with the sheriff. When the case is over with, that same person goes and get the full amount of their funds back. If I say the bond is $3,000 and they go and try to make bond and they may be told it's $3,400, understand that there's certain taxes and fees that are imposed that I do not have visibility of. That's just for your information. But again, that person goes, pays your bond. When the case is over with, they get the full amount of their funds back. If you do not have someone with that amount of funds, then they may use a bonding company approved by the sheriff. The difference is the bonding company charges 10 to 15% of the amount of your bond. So for a $3,000 bond, a family member or friend would have to pay about $300 to $400. They pay that to the bonding company. The bonding company comes and pays your bond. The difference is the funds paid to the bonding company, that's their fee. That's not returned. Or you may use property. If you have someone with equity in their property equal 4 times the amount of your bond, they come and they place the deed to the sheriff. When the case is over with, they get their deed back. Now, on all bonds, there's a general condition that you'll not violate any laws while on bond. Some bonds may have a specific condition that prohibits you from contacting certain persons or going around a certain place. Understand that those are taken very seriously. If you violate those conditions, you will be subject to a new crime, and you'll not be allowed to make any bond for the remainder of this process. Now, if you're currently on active probation or parole, I'm not authorized to grant you a bond this morning. Also, there's some offenses for which this court is not authorized to grant you a bond. So if I tell you that no bond or bond is denied, it is either because A, you're currently on probation or parole, or B, I'm not authorized to grant you a bond this morning. Now, if you're charged with a felony offense, your preliminary hearing date is January 22nd. of 2021. If you make bond, that day will be canceled and you get your next court date in the mail. If you're charged with a misdemeanor, your court date is scheduled for January 19th, 2021. Make bond, that day will get canceled and you get your next court date in the mail. If you're charged with a misdemeanor, you have an option. You may waive your preliminary hearing. Waiving your preliminary hearing, you're not giving up on your rights, you're not pleading guilty. It's just a decision you want to make that you want to speed your case up. So, for misdemeanors, if your court date is January the 19th, and you think you may have difficulty making bond, you have the option of speeding it. Correction, you have the option of waiving it to speed it up. If you choose to waive, you'll have a next court date within the next 7 to 10 business days. All right, at this time, I'm going to turn you back over to the deputy. When you get to the podium, shout off with your last name. Shout off loud so I can hear you, okay? Thank you, and thank you for your attention.
All right, Your Honor, we just start shortly.
Yes, sir. Good morning. What is your name, sir? Okay, hold on. They haven't turned it on yet.
Sorry about that.
It's quite all right. What is your name, sir?
Tyler Benson.
Mr. Brinson. Benson, okay? Tell you what. Let me get this over here. Getting in the way a lot. All right, Mr. Benson, it's alleged that you committed the following offenses: battery, family violence, criminal trespass, and another count of simple battery. Your bond this morning, sir, is $8,000. Will you be able to make bond, Mr. Benson?
Yes, sir.
All right, and Mr. Benson, there's a condition of your bond. You'd have no violent contact with Sarah Miller. Okay, sir, you can be around her, communicate with her, no pushing, shoving, or fighting. All right, your court date is January 22nd. But again, if you make bond, that day will get canceled and you get your next court date in the mail. I'm sorry. Hold on. Your court date is January 19th. You're charged with misdemeanors. Now, you also have the option of waiving that preliminary hearing and speeding the case up to have it handled within the next 7 to 10 business days. Do you want to speed it up or do you just want to make bond?
I'll make bond, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. That's all.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you got it down. I did. Step in here. You can find the circle to the right.
What's your name, sir?
Dylan Baker.
All righty, sir. Mr. Baker, it's alleged that you committed the offense of trafficking. I'm not authorized to grant you a bond this morning, sir. Your next court date, Mr. Baker, is going to be on the 22nd of January, 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 22nd, 8 a.m., courtroom 201. Thank you, sir.
Okay, down, step this way. All right, have these guys step back. All right, you come here, sir.
Go in right here.
You can step back. Step up here to the wall, put your hands on the wall, please. Straight to you.
Name, sir?
Stand back. Straight to you.
All right, Mr. Boone. It's alleged that you committed the offense of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act. The bond is $8,000. Will you be able to make bond, Mr. Boone?
Possibly.
I understand. Mr. Boone, if you, your court date right now is scheduled for the 22nd of January at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 22nd, 8 a.m., courtroom 201. Thank you, Mr. Boone.
Is that a felony?
Yes, sir, it is.
All right, get down, step this way, Mr. Booth. Sit right over here. Weird. Get down. Finish right now.
Boris Bynum, good afternoon, Your Honor.
Hey, Mr. Bynum, good afternoon. Mr. Bynum, it's alleged that you had no insurance.
Oh, you didn't-
And driving while unlicensed. So your bond this afternoon for both offense combined, sir, is $2,000. Will you be able to make bond, sir? All righty. If you make bond, the court date is scheduled for the 19th of January. And if you make bond, that day will be canceled, and you get your next court date in the mail. All right, thank you, Mr. Bynum.
Who's your Winding?
Say the last name.
Winding,
I think you said one more time.
Winding, W-I-N-D-I-N-G.
Oh, okay, hold on. Mr. Winding, give me 1 second. Is it on there at all? That's it's gotta be in that one. It's on the 13th. Mr. Winding, I don't have you on my file, sir. I'm gonna have you step back for a minute. Deputy, check. I don't have him on my list at all. So, all right. For right now, I'm gonna have you step back, so I'm gonna have to take care of you a little later.
What's your
Last name Carter.
Carter?
Yeah.
Mr. Alonzo Carter. Hey, sir, good morning. Mr. Carter. Well, all right, Alonzo Carter, right? Yes, sir, all righty. All right, Mr. Carter, it's alleged you possess marijuana 1 ounce or less. The bond is $1,500. However, I'm going to allow you to sign yourself out today, sir. The court date, sir, is January the 19th, 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 19th, 8 a.m. courtroom 201. Thank you, sir.
All right, come on.
Name, please.
Cooper, Edward Cooper.
All right, Mr. Edward Cooper. It's alleged you drove in a suspended or revoked license. The bond is $1,500. I'm going to allow you to sign yourself out on an OR bond today, sir. Your next court date, sir, is January the 19th, 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January the 19th, 8 a.m., courtroom 201. Thank you, sir.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. What's your last name, please?
Davis.
Davis. Jeffrey Davis?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Jeffrey Davis. It's alleged you committed the following offenses. Choosing not to sign your license, your citation, and your license plate was obstructed. Sir, I'm gonna allow you to sign yourself out on an OR bond this morning. Your next court date is gonna be January 19th at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 19th, 8 a.m. courtroom 201. Thank you, Mr. Davis.
Jeff, you got all these guys? Yes, sir. Okay. All right.
Last name, please.
Davis.
One more time.
Davis.
All right, are you Shamar Davis? Yes. All right, Mr. Shamar Davis, it's alleged you made an improper lane change as well as having no license. Your bond this morning, sir, is $1,500. Will you be able to make bond, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, if you make bond, your current court date is scheduled for the 19th of January at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. If you make bond, that day will be canceled and you get your next court date in the mail. Thank you, Mr. Davis.
My privilege, name. One second there, find a circle, take it off.
Name, please, last name.
Duckworth.
Mr. Duckworth, give me a second. Mr. Duckworth, it's alleged you possess firearm by one who's been previously convicted, possessed weapon during the commission of an offense, and one count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Mr. Duckworth, I'm not authorized to grant you a bond this morning because my record shows that you're currently on probation, sir. Thank you very much. Your court date, however, is on January 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. And again, I've appointed counsel to assist you, Mr. Duckworth. Thank you.
All right, come on this way, sir. That's over your nose, step in there, find a circle, face the wall.
Good morning, sir. Last name, please. Faison. Brandon Faison. All right, Mr. Brandon. It's alleged, sir, that you had 2 counts of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act and 1 count of use or possession of drug-related objects. Mr. Faison, your bond this morning, sir, is $18,000. Will you be able to make bond, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Your court date is scheduled for the 22nd of January. And again, if you make bond, that day will be canceled and you get your next court date in the mail. Thank you, sir.
And there, face the circle.
Last name, sir?
Ferguson.
All right, Mr. Ferguson. It's alleged, sir, that you failed to yield while entering a roadway. You possess drug-related objects, and you also possessed, there's 1 count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Sir, I'm not authorized to grant you a bond because it shows you're currently on probation. However, Mr. Ferguson, I'm appointed counsel to assist you, and your next court date, sir, is on the 22nd.
Probation where?
Out of probation?
Say probation where?
I don't know where, but I can look it up. But I'll check it again. I'll do you a courtesy. But what I do believe I have is that on 2017, January 30th, you're sentenced to probation for 14 years. All right. I don't have all that file in front of me. I can go back and take a look because I wouldn't want to make a mistake. But right now, I'm not authorized to grant you a bond. However, I've appointed counsel to assist you. Just focus. Stay with me. Okay. Again, that person or someone from the person's office is to come and see you within 72 hours. If you think there's a mistake, let them know. But I'll go back and check it as a courtesy. All right, sir? Now, the next court date is the 22nd of January at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 22nd, 8 a.m., courtroom 201. And I'm going to make a note to myself here to make sure that I'm treating you with the utmost fairness and respect. Thank you, sir, and have a good day.
Step in there, sir.
Your name, sir?
Keyshawn Francis.
Francis, it's alleged you possess marijuana 1 ounce or less. The bond from those matters is normally $1,500. However, Mr. Francis, I'm going to allow you to sign yourself out today. Mr. Francis, your next court date is the 19th of January at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 19th, 8 a.m., courtroom 201. Thank you, Mr. Francis.
Thank you.
Well, sir.
Garman?
Yes, sir.
Garman, it's alleged you committed the offense. You possess marijuana 1 ounce or less. The bond in those matters is normally $1,500. However, I'm going to allow you to sign yourself out on an OR bond this afternoon. Your next court dates are going to be on the 19th of January, 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 19th, 8 a.m., courtroom 201. Thank you, sir.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Hey, doing well. What's your last name, please? All right, Mr. Gilbert. Mr. Gilbert, it is alleged that you committed the following offenses, sir. You had a window tint violation. There's 2 counts of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act. You possessed a weapon while committing an offense. You also had drug-related objects on your person. The bond total, sir, is $30,500. Will you be able to make bond, Mr. Gilbert?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Gilbert. The court date right now, sir, is scheduled for January 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 22nd, 8 a.m., courtroom 201. But again, if you make bond, that date will be canceled and you get your next court date in the mail. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
You're right there. Where's that pen at? Put it back.
Last name, sir?
Hall, H-A-L-L, Frederick Hall.
All right, give me a second, Mr. Hall. All right, Mr. Hall, is alleged you possess marijuana 1 ounce or less. The bond is $1,500. However, I'm going to allow you to sign yourself out on the OR bond, sir. Your next court date is the 19th of January at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. Thank you, Mr. Hall.
Okay. Excuse me, Judge. Well, this is
Sir?
my wife had bonded me out last night. I'll just wait on this sign myself out, signature bond.
You're good. You're good then. You're good. Thank you.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. What's your last name, please? I did not hear that.
Campbell. Saul Campbell.
Campbell. All right, give me a second. Okay, Solomon Campbell. All right, Mr. Campbell, it's alleged you committed the following offenses. There's a window tint violation, as well as driving a suspended or revoked license. Your bond this morning, sir, is $2,000. Will you be able to make bond, Mr. Campbell? All right, Mr. Campbell, the court date is the 19th of January. If you make bond, sir, that day will get canceled, and you get your next court date in the mail. Okay, sir? Any questions? All right, thank you, sir. Good morning. What's your last name, please?
Dukes.
Dukes. All right, give me a second, Mr. Dukes. Cameron Dukes. All right, Mr. Dukes, it is alleged, sir, that you committed the offense of criminal damage in the second degree. The bond this morning, sir, is $5,000. Will you be able to make bond, Mr. Dukes?
That'd be 500, sir, or 10%.
Something like that.
Yes, I can.
Have a seat.
Now, all righty, now, Mr. Dukes, when you make bond, okay, hang on a second. Let me check something here. All right, now, let me ask, well, all right. Your next court date, sir, is the 22nd of January. When you make bond, that day will be canceled, and you get your next court date in the mail. Now, what I was gonna ask you is you can go back home and live peaceably with Ms. Ford, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Thank you much, that's all. Good afternoon, sir. What's your last name, please? One more time. Didn't get it.
Ledesma, Ledesma.
Ledesma. Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Ledesma, it's alleged you committed the offense of theft by shoplifting. Go ahead and put your bias back up. All right, there you go. All right, the bond is $2,000. Will you be able to make bond, sir?
Yes, sir.
All righty. You know, again, you also have the option if you were to be able to make bond, that day will be canceled. But you also have the option of speeding it up, waiving. Okay. If you choose to waive, you'll have your court date within the next 7 to 10 business days. You want to just waive, get it over quickly, or do you want to just try to make bond?
I don't have nobody that can make bond for me. I was trying to ask if I could possibly just be released so I can get back to my baby mom, because they had the ultrasound in the book bag. I won't get in no more trouble again. I just, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to be released, man, because it was only a jacket and a pair of pants.
Understand, but it landed you here. I don't have that option, sir, based upon what I looked at the record. So the most I can offer you right now is whether or not you want to waive so you can speed it up.
What is waiving gonna do?
You'll have your next court date within the next 7 to 10 business days where this matter can be dealt with. And if not, then you'll probably be in jail until the 19th of January.
All right.
Do you want to waive, sir, or not? I need a decision, Mr. Ledesma. You want to waive? All right. The deputy there will make you sign a document, sir. Thank you much.
Next step up, give your name, full name.
Mr. Lewis, it is alleged that you committed the offense of trafficking. I'm not authorized to grant you a bond in those charges, sir. Your next court date is January 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 22nd, 8 a.m., courtroom 201. Thank you, Mr. Lewis.
Is there anyone will be able to make a bond before that?
No, sir, you're probably not likely to know.
Come here, sir. Put your mask up over your nose. Step in there.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
No, I need to look at something. All right, your name, sir? Last name, please?
Man.
Okay, give me a second. Mr. William Mann? All right, Mr. William Mann. It is alleged that you committed the following offenses, Mr. Mann. An improper lane change. 2 counts of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act. 1 count of possession of marijuana 1 ounce or less. And 1 count of possession of drug-related objects. Mr. Mann, the total amount of your bond this morning is $24,000. Will you be allowed to make bond, Mr. Mann? All right. Mr. Mann, the court date is currently scheduled for the 22nd of January
Un momento.
at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. Thank you, Mr. Mann.
All right, go on, put the pen down, step this way. All in.
Good afternoon.
Last name, sir? Lopez? Okay, Mr. Mario Lopez, it's alleged you committed driving under the influence, hit and run, open container violation, and a red light violation. Sir, your bond this afternoon is $10,000. Will you be able to make bond, sir?
Yes.
All right. All right, the court date is scheduled for the 22nd. If you make bond, that day will be canceled and you get your next court date in the mail. All right, thank you, Mr. Lopez.
Step this way, sir. Put the pen down. Come on, sir. Go ahead, have a seat, sir.
Last name, please.
Miller.
One more time.
Miller.
Miller. All right, give me a second, Mr. Miller. Mr. Chaz Michael Miller. All right, Mr. Miller. It's alleged that there's a child restraint violation, as well as you obstructed the officer. The bond this afternoon, sir, is $2,500. Will you be able to make bond, sir? Now, Mr. Miller, you do have the option of waiving, which is speeding it up. If you choose to waive, you'll have a court date within the next 7 to 10 business days. Also, if you choose to waive, you can still make bond if you're able to make bond. So what do you want to do? You want to waive, or do you just want to try to make bond?
Wait.
You want to waive. All right, Mr. Miller, the deputy there is going to have you sign a piece of paper, and I'll fill it out. Let them know that you want to speed it up. Thank you, sir.
Come over here, sir. All right, go ahead and sign your, or print your name here and sign your name.
What is your name, sir?
Magistrate Pompey.
All right, give me 1 second. All right, sir. Mr. Pompey, it's alleged that you possessed a firearm by one who's been previously convicted, as well as theft by receiving stolen property. So I'm not authorized to grant you a bond this morning. Now, Mr. Pompey, your next court date is going to be on January 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 22nd, 8 a.m., courtroom 201. Thank you, sir.
Right there, you're good.
Your name, sir. Good morning to you. Your name, please.
Judge Opigo.
Yeah, great, sir.
Judge Opigo.
Okay, got it. All right, Mr. Opigo. It is alleged that you obstructed the officer, concealed the identity of the motor vehicle, use of tags to identify, to conceal the identity of the motor vehicle, as well as making false statements. Your bond this afternoon, Mr. Opigo, is $5,000. Will you be able to make bond, Mr. Opigo?
I'll make calls. Somebody might.
Okay. All right. Now, Mr. Opigo, you also have the option, sir, of speeding up your case. It's called waiving. You'll be in front of another judge in about 7 to 10 business days. And even if you choose to waive and you're still able to make bond, you can still do that. By choosing to waive, you're just giving yourself an additional option of being able to, be released pending the prosecution of this matter.
So what's his false statements? What false?
Sir,
Cannot discuss your case right now, sir.
yeah, we're not. I'm appointing counsel to assist you, so the counsel can go over it with you. Now, do you want to just wait and make bond, or you want to waive, sir? Which one do you want to do?
Make bond.
All righty, sir. So the court date of January the 19th will be canceled, and you get your next court date in the mail. Thank you, sir.
This way, sir.
Your name, sir?
Real pretty.
Did you say Pies?
Real pretty. P-U-R-T-T-Y.
Okay, got it. All right. Are you DeAndre or Gerald? Gerald. All right. Gerald. How do you pronounce the name? Purdy? Okay, P-U-R-T-T-Y. All right. Never heard that one before, sir. Listen, your charge is alleged that you possess marijuana 1 ounce or less. The bond is normally $1,500. However, I'm going to allow you to sign yourself out this afternoon. Your next court date is scheduled for the 19th of January at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 19th, 8 a.m., courtroom 201.
Call Deputy Brown. Go ahead, slide down. Go ahead, sit
Hey,
down.
sir, your name, last name?
DeAndre Purdy.
Sit down.
All righty, Mr. DeAndre. You're charged with possession of marijuana 1 ounce or less. The bond is normally $1,500. However, I'm going to allow you to sign yourself out. Your next court date, sir, is January the 19th at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 19th, 8 a.m., 201. Thank you, sir.
Sit down, step this way. Call Deputy Brown. Step up, sit down, or you can sit down.
Last name?
Rodriguez.
All right, sir, Mr. Antonio. Sir, it's alleged that you committed the offense of sexual battery and use or possession of drug-related objects. The bond this afternoon is $4,000. Will you be able to make bond, Mr. Rodriguez? All righty. Did you say yes?
No.
No, okay, all right. Now, all righty. Mr. Rodriguez, you have an option of waiving, which is you want to speed it up handle it within the next 7 to 10 business days. If you choose to waive, you can still make bond if you're able to make bond, but at least by waiving, you get your case handled quicker. Do you want to waive, or do you just want to try to make bond?
I like the way.
You like to waive, okay? The deputy there is going to have you sign something. Now, when you get out, you have to stay away from Miss Merritt, okay? So you can't be around her, can't talk to her, nothing. All right, sir? Do you understand? All right, that's all. Thank you.
Put that pen down. Step over here.
All right.
This section, you're gonna print your name. This section, you're gonna sign your name. Step up to the podium, sir.
All right, sir, give me your last name, please.
Smith.
Smith, okay. Brandon Smith?
And down, Special Deputy Brown.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me get this. Jamal Smith. Okay. Got it. All right, let me make sure I got the right person. Jamal Smith. All right, Mr. Jamal Smith. It's alleged that you committed the offense of simple battery. The bond is $2,000. Will you be to make bond, Mr. Jamal Smith?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Smith, if you make bond, that date of January the 19th, which is your court date, will get canceled, and you get your next court date in the mail. Now, Mr. Smith, there's a condition that you have to have no violent contact with Miss Crawley. All right, you can be around her. There's no pushing, shoving, or fighting. All right, sir.
Yes, sir.
All righty, and I've appointed counsel to assist you. Thank you, Mr. Jamal Smith. Have a good afternoon. All righty, are you? What's your name, sir?
Hey, Jay.
Day. Terry Hugh Day. All right, Mr. Day, you're charged with loitering and prowling in public drunk. The bond this afternoon is $2,000. Will you be able to make bond, Mr. Day? All righty. Mr. Day, if you make bond, your court date is January 19th. That day will get canceled, and you get your next court date in the mail. You also can have your court date sped up, which will have a next court date within the next 7 to 10 business days. Do you want to speed it up, or do you want to wait until January 19th?
10 days.
All righty, so you want to waive. All right, sir, got it. The deputy will have you fill out something, and I'll sign it to let him know you want your case sped up, sir. Thank you.
All right, sir.
Let me go, white out.
All right, sir. You can't write, right? You're gonna print your name here and you're gonna sign your name here.
All right, so what's your name, please?
Yeah, print your name right there. No, right here. What's your name? Let me see your thing. Let me see your back.
All right, there's a lot of noise going on right there. What's the name again, please?
Brandon Smith.
Brandon Smith. All right. Hang on, let me find your top sheet here, Mr. Brandon Smith. Got mixed in.
That's good. Good. All right. Hold up the ground.
The door again. Okay. All right, Mr. Smith, there's allegations of 2 counts of aggravated assault against a police officer. Let me, she got mixed up here. All right, driving or fleeing or attempting to elude officers. And an improper lane change. All right, sir, those are the offenses. I'm going to deny you bond this morning. Of course, I'm appointing counsel to assist you. Your next court date, sir, is the 22nd of January at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 22nd, 8 a.m., courtroom 201.
Can I do the waive?
No, sir, you're not entitled to it. You're charged with a felony. Thank you much. That's all.
Deputy.
Last name, sir, please.
Taylor.
Sorry, I did not hear that.
Taylor.
Taylor? All right, Mr. Taylor. Donald Demetrius Taylor? All right, sir. It is alleged you drove in a suspended or revoked license, and you also made an improper U-turn. The bond is $2,000. However, I'm going to allow you to sign yourself out on an OR bond. Your next court date, sir, is the 19th of January, 8 a.m., courtroom 201. January 19th, 8 a.m., courtroom 201. Thank you. Hey, sir, last name, please.
Thomas.
All right, sir. Mr. Thomas, it's alleged that you possess marijuana 1 ounce or less. The bond is $1,500. However, I'm going to allow you to sign yourself out on an OR bond. Your next court date, sir, is January the 19th, 8 a.m., courtroom 201. January 19th, 8 a.m., 201. Thank you, sir. Last name, please. Washington, okay. Mr. Washington, it's alleged that you committed the offense of criminal trespass, obstructing or hindering a 911 call, as well as violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Your bond, sir, is $10,000. Will you be able to make bond, sir?
No, sir.
All righty. Now, there's also a condition of your bond when you should make bond is that you stay away from Miss Mitchell and do not go back around the address of 605 South Lake Cove Court. Do you have anything in that residence you need to get, sir?
Yes, sir, my book bag, my tools inside.
All righty. I'm putting on here that once you make bond, contact the sheriff. They'll go with you to help you get your stuff. Therefore, nobody else say you did anything wrong while you're there.
Okay.
All righty. Let me see. Anything else? All righty. That's all, sir, unless you have a question.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you much.
Davis. Stand by.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Last name, please.
Williams.
Got it. Timothy Williams. All right. All right, Mr. Timothy Williams. It's alleged that you had a seatbelt violation, possess marijuana 1 ounce or less, and drug-related objects. Sir, the bond this afternoon will be $3,000, or if I'm going to allow you to sign yourself out. Your next court date, sir, is January the 19th at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 19th, 8 a.m., courtroom 201. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Hey, is Davis still up here? Davis? I think he already went back.
Yeah, I think so. How you doing, young?
Well, sir, what's your last name, please?
Yeah.
Worthy. W-O-R.
Okay, got it, sir. Mr. Worthy, it says that you committed the offense of loitering and prowling and obstruction of an officer. Your bond this afternoon is $2,000. Are you able to make bond, Mr. Worthy? All right. Now, Mr. Worthy, I also have to inform you that you have the option of waiving, which will speed the case up. If you waive, you'll have be in front of another judge in about the next 7 to 10 business days, and you can still make bond even if you waive. And also, if you waive, if you make bond, your court date will be canceled and it'll be rescheduled for later in the year.
About 5 minutes.
Just want to try to make bond, and that's all. All righty, sir. Thank you, and all the best to you, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, go ahead.
Last name, sir.
Zachary.
All right, Mr. Zachary, it is alleged you committed the offense of battery and cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. Your bond this afternoon, sir, is $4,000. Will you be able to make bond, sir? All righty. Now, when you make bond, the court date right now is scheduled for the January the 19th. You make bond, that date will be canceled, and you get your next court date in the mail. There is a condition of your bond, okay? You can be around this but I don't want any fighting, pushing, shoving, or nothing of that nature. All right, sir? All right. Thank you, Mr. Zachary. Thank you much.
Barnett, have a seat.
What's your last name?
Gary.
Last name, sir. Last name, please.
Garrett.
All right.
Un momento, ¿ok? ¿Para qué? Un momento.
Yes, sir.
All righty. So you're Mr. Lewis Garrett? All right, Mr. Lewis Garrett, it's alleged that you had no license, expired tag, concealing the identity of the motor vehicle, and not having your license on your persons. Your bond this afternoon, sir, is $2,500. Will you be able to make bond, sir?
Yes.
All righty, sir. When you make bond, sir, the court date of January the 19th will be canceled, and you get your next court date in the mail. Thank you, sir. Last name, please.
Sorry about that, Judge. Say your last name?
Stroud.
All right, Mr. Andre Stroud. It is alleged that you drove in a suspended or revoked license. Your bond, sir, is $1,500. Will you be able to make bond, Mr. Stroud?
Yes, sir. Is there any way I can get a signature bond? I have to be to work in the morning at 5 a.m.
Okay, I will tell you this, Mr. Stroud. When I first looked at it, for some reason, something in your record didn't let me give it to you, but I'll give you the courtesy of taking a look again. Now, at this point, the bond is $1,500. If you make bond, that date will be canceled and you get your next court date in the mail. Also, Mr. Stroud, you do have the option of waiving. If you think you may have difficulty making bond, you may waive and you'll have your next court date in the next 7 to 15 days. Do you want to sign a waiver as a way of speeding it up? Or do you just want to wait and see if you can make bond?
No, sir. I want to wait and see if I can make bond. And we haven't had an opportunity to make any calls. Would I better make a call to get that bond taken care of today?
The deputies will handle that, sir. So I thank you and have a good one. And I'll take a look again. Okay, sir?
Thank you, sir.
All right. Last name, sir?
Kenzie,
I'm sorry, one more time.
Kenzie, McKenzie.
Yes, sir. Mr. Lavelle McKenzie. All righty, sir. It is alleged you possessed a weapon during a crime, possessed marijuana 1 ounce or less, as well as an expired tag. Now, Mr. McKenzie, the offense came in as a felony. I'm downgrading it to a misdemeanor.
With the tag too, sir. I just got my car, sir. That's why.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Bond today, sir, is $6,000. Will you be able to make bond, sir? Court date, January 22nd.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Hold on. January 19th.
Okay, sir.
If you make bond that day, we canceled, and you get your next court date in the mail. All right, sir? Thank you.
No, everybody's going.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your name, sir?
Reese Dorsey.
All right, Mr. Dorsey. It's alleged you possess marijuana 1 ounce or less, open container violation, and possess drug-related objects. Your total bond this afternoon, sir, would be $3,000. However, I'm going to allow you to sign out on an OR bond. Your next court date, sir, is the 19th of January at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. January 19th, 8 a.m., courtroom 201. Thank you, sir.
Jose Pais.
All right, Mr. Pice, give me 1 second.
Yes, sure.
Mr. Pice, it's alleged you committed the offense of loitering in the county ordinance. So, sir, I'm going to allow you to sign an OR bond. And your next court date will be January the 19th at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201, okay? But you can sign yourself out. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Come on, sir. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, we got the Fugitive of Justice. Before we do the ones that need interpreter, there's 3 that need an interpreter.
All righty, now, give me that person's name again, please.
Cameron Burnett.
I did have. All All right. All right, Mr. Burnett. Your case is different from everyone else in that you're not charged with anything here in the state of Georgia, nor in this county. It's alleged that you're wanted out of the state of Michigan. So I'm gonna kind of give you the short version. All righty, you can contest extradition or you can waive extradition. I'll explain contesting extradition first. If you choose to contest extradition, you'll stay with us for an initial period of 30 days. And well, let me do it the other way. If you choose to contest extradition, you can test it on these 4 limited grounds. 1, whether you are in fact Cameron Burnett. 2, whether the paperwork is in order. 3, whether what you're charged with in the state of Michigan is actually an offense. And 4, based upon the first 3, whether you are in fact a fugitive. If you choose to challenge extradition, you'll stay with us for 30 days, at which time the respective law enforcements at the state levels here in Michigan and they're in Michigan and here in Georgia, make sure they have those 3 things right. If they don't get it right within that initial 30 days, you can stay with us for an additional 60 days. If after 90 days they haven't gotten it right, you'll be released. That's challenging extradition. Waiving extradition. If you choose to waive, they'll be notified that you're here. They'll have a reasonable amount of time to come and get you. Reasonable amount of time is usually less than 30 days to come and get you. If they do not come and get you within that time frame, then you'll be released. You understand challenging extradition and waiving extradition, Mr. Burnett?
Yes, sir. One my extradition, I stay with y'all up to 90 days. The other one is up to 30 days.
Pretty much.
Yes,
Pretty
sir.
much. So what would you like to do? Would you like to challenge extradition or would you like to waive extradition?
Waiving it 30 days.
Waiving it is 30 days. If they don't come and get you within 30 days, and it's generally less than that, but I can't give you a right specific number of days. But if they don't come and get you within that shorter time span, you'll be released.
I'll waive it.
All righty. The deputy there will have you sign some documents, sir.
All right, sir, did you want to go over who you were missing, or did you want to go ahead and do, we have 3 that are Hispanic that needed
Do who we're missing first, if you don't mind.
we had them ready to go.
All righty. I'm gonna try to do this alphabetically in terms of those. I have a Donnie, last name Colvin, Colvin.
Altabon, Your Honor.
All right, alphabetically. Next, I have a DeJesus.
Yours. Okay.
She was a female, so she would have been in the first group.
Could you spell that last name?
DeJesus. Tapia, female.
Yep. 6 are gonna be ours, 1's gonna be yours.
Is Mr. Jesus Altabon?
I believe so, but I'm not seeing it on my list yet. So I'm just double checking to make sure I'm giving you the right info.
Okay, all right. Let me know when you want me to go move on.
You can move on. We're checking on that.
All righty.
Can you spell that last name one more time?
Well, I'll make spell it as DeJesus. First name Tapia, Tapia.
Altabon, Your Honor.
Okay, Altabon. All right.
I'm sorry about that. You sound that.
All righty. A Green, Jamal Green.
Altabon. Oh, that person is on loan, but they're not.
We're talking about Jamal Green.
Yes, sir.
Now, what did you say? He's on what?
He's on loan.
On loan.
Yes, sir.
All right. You'll explain that one to me later.
Yes, sir. I'll find out where he's at.
Okay. I got you. All righty. Next one that I have is Jean, Jean.
And you're doing it from both days, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I'm on the 12th. I'm sorry.
Probably. Gene is gonna be Altabon, Your Honor. You can do it like that. We're good now.
Well, I usually try to keep it straight. All righty. I'm rocking only on the 12th here. The next one is Valencia Nichols.
Out to bond, Your Honor.
All right, and I think that completes everybody in terms of who may be out to bond on the list. So now we just have the interpreter.
Oh, what, did you want to check the 13th, or did you want to go ahead and do the interpreter first?
I think we did everybody on the 13th already.
Except
Let
for
me
the,
check. Hold on.
it was 3 that needed interpreters, so that's the only one you should be missing.
All right, yes, I did the 13th already.
One for other. Please enter your personal code. Please hold for an interpreter. Thank you for calling Language Line Solutions. This is Alejandra ID 363843. I'll be your Spanish interpreter today. Is your customer with you or do you need me to call them for you?
They're with me, but we're doing this remotely, so I'm going to try to speak up as loudly as I can, and I'll probably need you to do the same. Okay, can you hear me okay?
Okay, sir. Yes, I can hear you.
All right.
Thanks.
All right, let me see who I have today. Today I have, who's Mr. Vasquez? Okay, Mr. Vasquez, raise your hand. All right, got it. There you go. All right, who's Mr. Lopez Chavez? Good. And who's Mr. Romero Sanchez? Good. All right, that's fine. You can all just stand right there. That's fine. I tell you what, I'm going to do Mr. Romero Sanchez first. All righty, ma'am.
Okay.
Before me is Mr. Romero Sanchez, who's charged with possession of marijuana, 1 ounce or less. The bond is $1,500, but I'm going to allow him to sign himself out. And his next court date, give me one. Should I tell you all of this at one time, or should I do it a couple sentences at a time?
You want.
Okay, all right.
However you want it, sir.
All right. All right. His next, I'm going to allow him to sign himself out, and his next court date is going to be January the 19th of 2021, and I'm appointing an attorney to assist him. That's all.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Muy buenos días, señor. Señor Romero Sánchez, buenos días. Yo soy su intérprete en español. Le comento que usted se le ha puesto los cargos por manejar marihuana de 1 onza o menos. Al momento usted tiene una fianza de $1,500. Sin embargo, le voy a dejar que hoy firme pueda salir. Y su siguiente cita en la corte sería para enero 19 del 2021. Y también le voy a asignar un abogado defensor.
Ask him, does he have any questions? And could he understand?
Señor, Señor, ¿tiene alguna pregunta? ¿Entiende lo que le acabo de decir?
A ver si me puede repetir, por favor.
Claro. Sir, he's asking for a repetition. Is it okay? Would you just say everything again?
Okay, I'm gonna do it a little bit at a time. All righty.
No, I have it. I have everything here.
So,
I have everything. Is it okay? Is it okay with you? We just say it back.
yeah, and you can say it in smaller chunks of information. That's probably too much to absorb at one time. So yes, take your time, please.
Oh, okay. Okay, sir, thanks. Señor, le comento. A usted le han puesto los cargos por tener posesión de marihuana de 1 onza o menos. Al momento usted tiene una fianza de $1,500. Sin embargo, le voy a dejar que usted el día de hoy pueda salir y su fecha de la corte es en enero 19 del 2021. Adicionalmente, también le voy a dar un abogado defensor.
Ok. Perfecto.
Any questions? ¿Hay preguntas?
Okay. ¿Alguna pregunta?
No, todo bien. Está bien.
Okay, good.
It's okay.
All right, thank you. All right, next we're going to do Mr. Lopez Chavez.
Okay.
Wow. Mr. Lopez Chavez is charged with the same thing and has the same options. So if you have that written down, you can just kind of do the same thing with him, please.
Sure, and the court date is the same,
Yes,
January
ma'am.
19 of 2021.
Everything is the same.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thanks. Señor López Chávez, a usted se le ha puesto el cargo de posesión de marihuana de 1 onza o menos, con un monto de fianza de $1,500. Sin embargo, le voy a dejar que salga el día de hoy y la fecha en la corte es enero 19 del 2021. Y adicionalmente le voy a proveer de un abogado defensor. ¿Tiene alguna pregunta? ¿Entendió lo que le acabo de decir?
¿Me lo repite, por favor?
Señor, le han puesto los cargos de posesión de marihuana de 1 onza o menos con una fianza de $1,500. Sin embargo, el día de hoy le voy a dejar salir y la fecha en su corte es de enero 19 del 2021. Adicionalmente, le voy a dar un abogado defensor. ¿Tiene alguna pregunta? ¿Entendió lo que le acabo de decir?
Sí, todo bien.
Okay, no questions?
Okay, he said everything clear.
Okay.
No questions.
All right, good. All righty, thank you. The next one is going to be Mr. Vasquez. Bonilla, Hector Vasquez. Mr. Vasquez is charged with unlawful conduct during a 911 call. His bond is $2,000. I would like to know if he's going to be able to make bond. And his court date is currently scheduled for January 19th, 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. Go ahead.
No entendí.
Señor Héctor Vázquez, quiero decirle que a usted se le ha cargado con una conducta no legal durante una llamada del 911. Su monto de fianza es de $2,000. Me gustaría saber si va a poder hacer el pago de la fianza hoy. Y la fecha de su corte es en enero 19 a las 8 de la mañana en la sala de corte 201.
Does he have any questions?
Señor, ¿tiene alguna pregunta? I'm sorry, sir, I couldn't hear anything. Did
Yeah,
you say
he's
anything?
not saying anything.
Okay. Señor, ¿tiene alguna pregunta? ¿Entiende lo que le acabo de decir?
No, no tengo.
So no question.
All righty. Okay, tell him thank you. That's all, ma'am. Thank you too, ma'am. Thank you. All right, that's all.
Oh, you're very welcome, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for using your services. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Oh, hold on, Judge. Is she still on the line?
No, oh, I just hung up. He had a question? I can call back.
Mire, está apagado mi aire. Ya está apagado.
I just want to know what time it is. What's up?
Okay. You mean the time the court date is going to be? All right, we're good. We're good. Thanks, man. Gentlemen, have a good afternoon.
Mute the court date,
Hi,
yes.
Judge.
The court date, yes, sir.
Ya está.
The 19th.
The 19th, okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
All right, Ms. Myers,
Bye,
thanks.
Judge.
also.
Have a good one.
All righty.